We are not doctors. Nothing in this podcast should be taken as medical advice. Consult your physician before starting any workout routine. This is the Martial Heart Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Martial Heart Podcast. And currently it's lunchtime, sitting in my truck in a parking lot. It's actually a beautiful day. The sky is clear and blue and the weather is nice. It's 66 degrees, which is pretty close to perfect. I always like, somewhere between 65 and 75. That's just about perfect. It's good weather where you can wear a jacket if you want, or you don't have to, because, you can make a fashion statement or not, or, conceal weapons. That's a thing too. So spring and fall where it's jacket weather, man, that's my kind of time of the year. But I am here just recording now during the daytime because that's what I felt like doing today. When I get off work, I'm going to have to rush around and go to cardiac rehab again. And then, maybe when I get done, I've got to eat something, and I may not have time to actually sit down and do a big production of the podcast. So you might hear some traffic going by. I don't know. I'm in Akron, Ohio, so occasional gunfire, perhaps. I'm not sure. But just an update on how I'm doing. I have the heart monitor installed. So I've got this whole cyborg thing going for me right now. Put it on last night. I was really actually surprised. I didn't notice it that much when I was asleep, so it didn't really affect my sleep at all, which is a good thing. They're much smaller than they used to be, and it's, you don't have multiple leads. You just have the one thing that you apply to your chest. And so it's a lot less ridiculous and a lot more easy to manage. So I'm happy about that. You just have to carry around a cell phone that comes with it. That's your monitor that's continuously reporting back your activities with your heart. And the battery drains fairly quickly. So when the instructions say charge it every day, they're not kidding. That's what they mean. You need to charge it every day. And probably you may not even get through the day, I guess. So I'm trying to look at it now to see if it will charge with the proximity charger, the induction charger, rather. And it will not. Look at that. So, all right, plugging that thing in because it's, I already had to, trying to charge it back up because it was already low a little while ago. How do I feel today? I feel okay. I woke up, I didn't have any chest pressure when I woke up this morning, which was a relief. It felt good, but it didn't take long for it to kick in. So I am having chest pressure off and on today, and I'm just wondering if it's just, I don't know, it could just be stress, and that, because my heart is injured currently. Whenever I get stressed, I don't know, maybe this is what it's going to feel like from now on, but who knows, maybe not. It might pass. I might learn to actually manage my stress, which is something I've never really been good at all. But the ups and downs, they hit you, and I'm one of those guys who always says, oh, I'm doing okay, I'm doing all right. We talked about it before, to stop being okay, or at least stop telling people you're okay, because, there's been times the last couple of days when I was really pretty down, and there's this thing where, let's say you have an incident that is pretty nasty, I don't know, like you're Trump and someone just tried to shoot you at a rally, but they miss, and you're fine. There's this whole, holy crap, I'm so happy to be alive right now. Another inch or two, and I was a goner, and I'm really lucky, or God's looking out for me, or whatever you're going to tell people and yourself to make yourself feel better. there's that thing, oh wow, I'm so lucky to be alive. I'm gonna go out and take a hold of life and live every moment. And yeah, I'm sure that fades after a while. And some people probably don't go through that at all. And some of the guys I'm doing cardiac rehab with are that way. They're like, wow, I was so lucky that we caught this in time, and I'm changing my life, and they're excited and they're happy, and they feel better than they have in a long time. And I'm happy for them, and I cheer them on, and it's great. But, I don't know, and I don't like the whole woe is me, whiny bullshit. I don't like it at all, but it's different for me because I have to live with I guess it's a fact that this is as good as my heart's going to get, because they wanted to do more and they can't. So, I have to live with the knowledge that if something else happens to me, they can't do anything else. That's it. They've already done it. So if my arteries and stuff continue to, clog up and close off, my health is just going to deteriorate slowly over a period of time until I have that, it's the big one, Elizabeth, and poof, I'm dead. So that can be a pretty depressing thought and kind of morbid, but it's true. So it can drag me down a little bit to think, hey, I'm going to start eating even better than I was before. I'm going to take all the right medicines. I'm going to take care of my heart better. I quit smoking. I'm going to start doing much more cardio because I want to stay healthier. And man, I'm going to just live the rest of my life, as a good citizen, or, someone, a good caretaker of this shell of a thing. And that is part of it. That is something I want to get back into the gym, and I want to get back to jiu-jitsu and karate. And, I want to go fight some people. I want to be able to do those things. So I am going to be doing all of that. But I also, the other side of that is the knowledge that I'm done. So if something else goes wrong, to put it bluntly, I'm fucked. And I don't know what else they can do. I think they've already put a stent in everything they can put a stent in. There might be one more, the one that they angioed and didn't put a stent in. But I'm not sure. So that can be depressing. And it got me down a little bit. Probably this morning, a little bit last night, so it can get to you. I mean, it doesn't matter how, strong you're going to pretend to be, or how, you're going to face everything head on. You're going to be a tough guy and all that. It still can wear you down, especially when you're still having the residual effects of it, like, chest pressure and, weird things going on with you that used to never happen before. And now you're dealing with that, hoping that it'll go away, but maybe not. Who knows? So, don't. If this happens to you, and you're one of those kind of people, you're like, I'm gonna go get her, and I'm gonna fix this, and you're gonna, deal with everything in a very positive way. Don't be surprised if that wears you down at some point, and you do start to feel that emotional stress and strain, and get a little depressed or get down on yourself, because it's happening to me. And I'm not going to say I used to be immune to stress and anxiety and depression, but it's just something that you're going to have to deal with one way or another. And I used to think I dealt with it okay, but I didn't, obviously. But I used to not think that I was going to be a whiner about, the prospects of my life, because really I didn't expect any of this to happen. So like I said before, I didn't really expect to live to see 50, but I didn't expect it to be a heart condition. So, I've got that going for me. I was wrong about some stuff. I lived, and I thought I was going to be healthy. because in my 50s is when I was being my healthiest as I had been in a long time. So, but it can get you, and I'm trying not to let it get me. So I'm staying positive, and whenever I start sinking down into that little hole of, shit, this is the best my life is going to be, then, I try to reverse my thinking and, force myself to think in a more positive way, because I really am lucky to be alive. And more times than one, there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't have lived this long in the first place. And so, I survived this for now. And what is it going to be? 1 year? 5 years? 20 years? Who knows? 10 years from now, they might have developed something that can fix this without having to rely on my own arteries. I don't know. Maybe they grow some in a lab or come up with a synthetic type of artery that, doesn't get rejected by your immune system or something. Who knows? Maybe they start using monkey arteries. Who knows? But, for people who can't have open heart, who probably needed it, I hope somebody's working on a solution. I doubt that they are, because I don't know if there's any money in that. But anyhow, I'm sure there is. There's probably a ton of money in that. There just may not be a way to do it. But, I could live until I'm 90 and just be a miserable cuss the whole time. Or, maybe I live for the next 5 years, but I try to be happy and make those around me happy. Because, what are you good for if you're not going to do that? I mean, for crying out loud. Really? Don't be a shit. I run into so many people every day who it seems like their entire life is designed to just be a pain in everybody else's ass. And I don't like that. I tease people, I give people shit, but they know I'm just kind of kidding. I don't treat people poorly on a regular basis because I'm just a giant asshole. I don't. And I don't think anybody else should either, but I see them every day. And those are the kind of people who should have, had a massive heart attack and have to deal with that bullshit. They're the ones. Nice people who are generous and kind to others, they're not supposed to be the ones who have heart attacks. But we are. And I can't say that I was always kind and generous, but, in middle age, I seem to be kind and generous. So, but, I don't know. Those are the thought processes that can really bring you down. Just the uncertainty of it, How good am I going to be? How good is this? I worked out last night, probably harder than I had since this happened. I did my cardio, I did elliptical, I did the treadmill, and then I did some fairly light weightlifting. I didn't really push it, but when I checked my heart rate in the middle of it, it was over 140, which is above what my cardiac rehab people want it to be. They don't want it to go over 125. So once I realized that it was over 125, I initially checked it because I could feel it, and I was afraid that I was going too high. And when I checked it, I was having like pressure in my chest, but I don't know if that was because I was breathing heavily or because of the accelerated heart rate or what was causing it. But I did feel like a negative effect from going too hard right now, for pushing too hard. I didn't really feel like I was pushing too hard, but it turns out I was. So I guess I just really need to stick to the plan, stick to the program, stick to everybody's advice, and, go on their pace, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I don't want to damage myself anymore. I did not feel like I was going to have a heart attack or anything, so don't worry about that. That wasn't the case. But, we're going to get out of here, and I don't know, I'm going to eat my lunch and then go do some more work and, save the day for people, which is what I just did. All before lunchtime. Amazing. Anyway, take care of yourself. I will yak at you all later. Be kind to each other, damn it.